Hi, beautiful. Today, let's continue reading in chapter 15, the Holy Instant, section 3, paragraph 11. If you are wholly willing to leave salvation to the plan of God and unwilling to attempt to grasp for peace yourself, salvation will be given you. Yet think not you can substitute your plan for his. Wow. I'm going to pause here and say, I need to hear this and I need to implement this better, because many times my small self, my ego identification has tried to create a plan for happiness that was in direct opposition to God's will. Yet think not you can substitute your plan for his. The ego's plans are always insane and small and way too limiting and not worthy of God's Son. Rather, join with me in his, that we may release all those who would be bound, proclaiming together that the Son of God is host to him. Thus will we let no one forget what you would remember, and thus will you remember it. Call forth in everyone only the remembrance of God. I'm going to pause here and say, this doesn't mean to go preach on the streets. I mean, maybe if you're feeling called, but what it's really, what's coming up for me is that we call forth in everyone remembrance of God as we show up as our true authentic self, shining our light, host to God, no longer hostage to ego, having turned away from our littleness and stepped into our greatness, into our true self. Join with me in his, that we may release all those who would be bound. Call forth in everyone only the remembrance of God and of the heaven that is in him. For where you would have your brother be, there will you think you are. I'll pause here and say, there's so many times in A Course in Miracles where it tells us that how we condemn our brothers, how we'll condemn ourselves. There's this mirroring effect. Where we think our brother should be is where we'll secretly think we should be. Essentially, from a psychological perspective, it's saying we know we're one. On some level, we know that. So when we're damning others to hell, we're damning ourselves to hell. For where you would have your brother be, there will you think you are. Hear not his appeal to hell and littleness, but only his call for heaven and greatness. Forget not that his call is yours, and answer him with me. God's power is forever on the side of his host, for it protects only the peace in which he dwells. Lay not littleness before his holy altar, which rises above the stars and reaches even to heaven because of what is given it. Wow, that's so beautiful. Lay not littleness before his holy altar. You are not little. You are not weak. You are not small. You are powerful, potent, wise. Thank you so much for being here, for doing this work to uncover your true authentic self and to let go of the lies of ego and the lies that you've told yourself and that you have believed that perhaps others have told you, but that were not true, that were a reflection of their own insanity and their own delusion. You, my love, are perfect, whole, and complete. That is how God created you, and that is how you remain, and that is one of the main messages of A Course in Miracles. Thank you. Thank you for being you, the most perfect thing you could ever be, the true, authentic, genuine you. It's also the easiest job in the world, and it's your only job. What could be more natural than being your true self? We do have to let go of a little bit of programming and the lies of ego. But after doing that work, being you is the most beautiful and pleasant and wonderful thing you could ever experience. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon. Mwah.